future, machines will work independently, seamlessly coordinating like clockwork. In the future, factories will be sealed against even the smallest speck of dust. In the future, quality controls will be handled entirely by intelligent machines. In the future, a smartphone will be produced every second. It needs our imagination, but more importantly, it needs our action. This is Xiaomi's one small step towards the future. Has just begun. Xiaomi Factory.
Looks beautiful, I admit, but that wouldn't be enough for me. I just always feel like adding something unusual to my videos. You know, everyone likes something unusual. I'm a filmmaker, and now I suggest you to play with time a little bit. To do this, take one filmmaker with Mi 10T Pro. Choose the location, get a little more atmosphere using light, set the props, bring an actress, fix the phone on a slider and move on to the settings. The great thing about Mi 10T Pro is that it provides us with entirely manual control of the camera settings. This is the function number one if we talk about professional shooting, and this is absolutely necessary for our idea. After all, you are the filmmaker here, so you decide which settings to use when shooting. This video is being shot in 4K resolution and 60 FPS. 60 FPS will let us slow down the video 2.5 times, and 4K resolution will make it much easier to work with masks at post-production. Let's get it! We shoot the whole story with the actress. That, without moving the camera and without the actress, we're gonna raise all the props from the table, one by one. Do it as smooth as possible, and don't overlap it with your hands. When the table is empty, get the camera back in starting point. Now we can move on to editing. You should cut out each of the objects. There are as many masks as objects. It's not that difficult, but time-consuming. So, be patient, it's worth it. Then, all the layers, speed the rise moment up, and it's done. It would be a mistake to think that it is the lack of an expensive cinema camera that stops you from making cool videos. Don't think about it. Get the Mi 10T Pro, use your imagination, and just film it.
From Russia. This video
Looks beautiful, I admit, but that wouldn't be enough for me. I just always feel like adding something unusual to my videos. You know, everyone likes something unusual. My name is Dmitry Volny, I'm a filmmaker, and now I suggest you to play with time a little bit. To do this, take one filmmaker with Mi 10T Pro. Choose a location, get a little more atmosphere using light, set the props, bring an actress, fix the phone on a slider and move on to the settings. The great thing about Mi 10T Pro is that it provides us with entirely manual control of the camera settings. This is the function number one if we talk about professional shooting, and this is absolutely necessary for our idea. After all, you are the filmmaker here, so you decide which settings to use when shooting. This video is being shot in 4K resolution and 60 FPS. 60 FPS will let us slow down the video 2.5 times, and 4K resolution will make it much easier to work with masks at post-production. So, let's get it. First, we shoot the whole story with the actress. After that, without moving the camera and without the actress, we're gonna raise all the props from the table, one by one. Try to do it as smooth as possible, and don't overlap it with your hands. When the table is empty, get the camera back in starting point. Now we can move on to editing. You should cut out each of the objects. There are as many masks as objects. It's not that difficult, but time-consuming. So, be patient, it's worth it. Then, we put together all the layers, speed the rise moment up, and it's done. It would be a mistake to think that it is the lack of an expensive cinema camera that stops you from making cool videos. Don't think about it. Get the Mi 10T Pro, use your imagination, and just film it.
fastest growing amongst the top 5. In 2020, we were top 5 in 54 smartphone markets, top 3 in 36, and number 1 in 10 smartphone markets around the world. We have built this by relentlessly investing in technology and building a culture that puts innovation at the forefront. Even in this challenging year, we have continued to invest in R&D investments with a total of $1.3 billion US. Compared to 3 years ago, we have tripled our R&D investment. In addition to R&D investments, our success is also down to 3 other tenets: amazing products, honest prices, and of course, the passionate support of our Mi fans. Now, when we say amazing products at honest prices, we mean honest prices across all price points. We launched the Mi 10 series in March 2020. This is still one of the very best smartphones available today. Featuring flagship 5G performance, a best-in-class camera setup, and much more. These devices were sold at an extremely appealing price point compared to other flagships in its category. And our most recent flagship, the Mi 10T series. This series has been wildly successful and has set a new benchmark for what users should expect out of a flagship. At the core of these smartphones is the result of our highly innovative R&D process. Let's take some time today to have a look behind the scenes.
This is the birthplace of Mi 11. These are Xiaomi laboratories. This is Xiaomi Technology Park.
The result of our relentless R&D pursuit is industry-leading technological breakthroughs. For example, our Mi 10 Ultra. It featured groundbreaking 120 watts charging, 120 times periscope zoom, and 120 Hz display. End-to-end 360-degree innovation. We now stand at the cutting edge of smartphone innovation. Let's zoom in on cameras specifically. In just last year, we topped the prestigious DxOMark charts for over 120 days across the camera category. One of the ways we achieved this was through our rigorous testing process. We've automated this process using equipment like what you see here. Testing that used to take nearly 4 days to complete is now achieved in one single day. In that single day, we'll perform more than 2,000 tests, and this is repeated and refined until our software is nearly perfect. These tests include color accuracy, focus, and much, much more. Mi 10 Pro held the #1 audio score from time of launch through to the end of 2020 and beyond, according to DxOMark. The sound quality from our speakers is truly world class. This is due in large part to our extensive audio testing, where we test for fidelity, quality, and above all else, user experience. All these are done in our anechoic chamber, which is probably the quietest place on earth. Another significant milestone has been 5G innovation. We released the world's very first commercially available 5G smartphone with our Mi Mix 3 a few years ago. Since then, we have iterated and improved across nearly a dozen models. Testing for each one of our smartphone models takes place in our highly advanced 5G labs. Here, we test a comprehensive set of parameters to ensure an optimal 5G experience across the world's most used operator networks. Optimizing 5G happens on the hardware level as well. We test transmission speeds and antenna optimization in all conditions. Our antenna lab, by the way, looks like a scene straight out of a sci-fi movie. Our operating software is also rigorously put through its paces as well. At any given time, we have close to 2,000 smartphones being tested and optimized. The data output from this is used to optimize MIUI software in daily use cases. Finally, our displays are engineered to a world-leading level as well. Our display lab is capable of simulating almost all of the natural lighting conditions that exist on our planet, from rain to sunshine, sunrise to midnight. All these to give you a world-class display experience. Innovation is in our blood. Even in challenging times, this is something we'll keep pushing forward. 2020 was our most innovative year yet, and we believe 2021 will be even more so. By innovating, Xiaomi has achieved an amazing 3,639% growth in the premium segment year on year. This makes Xiaomi the world's fastest growing premium brand amongst the top 5. And today, we're ready to take a big step forward with a new premium product. Let's step into the spotlight. The spotlight is on, and today is our Mi 11, our latest flagship phone for 2021. Mi 11 is all about being ready for the big stage. Let's take a look at a video shot on Mi 11 at the world's most visited single artist exhibition, TeamLab. At TeamLab Borderless, we have created movie magic. And that is what Mi 11 is about. Movie magic. This flagship device will let you add that little bit of magic to every video that you watch or create. At the foundation of movie magic is our studio-level camera. Mi 11 features a primary 108 megapixel camera, 123 degrees ultra-wide, and tele macro lenses. Combining these, Mi 11 really lets you shoot like a director. Let's take a look. Right? What's really magical is that each of these videos can be done with just a single click.
Magic Zoom lets you create background-only zoom to change perception. Time Freeze lets you isolate and freeze just part of your video. Parallel World gives you a two-sided view of your scene, whilst Freeze Frame lets you create and catch up with moving clones. Very cool. Time Lapse simplifies long shots, and Slow Shutter lets you create unique artistic blurs, all with just a single click.
Beyond shooting like a director, Mi 11 will let you edit like a production studio. At a studio, some of the most critical steps are color grading and color correction. These are typically very time-consuming processes. But we wanted to keep it simple for you. So we optimized 8 extremely easy-to-use video filters in partnership with a leading video production firm. What that is going to let you do is set mood and tonality in your films without needing a professional studio house. These professionally tuned filters have been specifically selected to make sure there's a filter that's right for you, whatever you choose to shoot. That was amazing, wasn't it? So we talked about shooting like a director and editing like a studio. Now, let's talk about lighting. First, we made massive strides in lighting things up with our Ultra Night video. Enabling our night mode is a layer of software powered by exceptional hardware. Software such as raw level noise reduction and hardware such as 1.6 micron superpixel NOIS offer excellent low light performance. Let me show you what these can achieve. Mi 11 really is movie magic in low light. But what if there's almost no light? To show you just how effective Ultra Night mode is, let me bring out Daniel. Daniel?
Thank you, Sho. Now, as he said, Mi 11 offers incredible low light performance. We've achieved this through a variety of hardware and software optimizations. It's a bit bright in here, isn't it? This is an area where a great number of competitor smartphones fail to perform. low light conditions. But say it gets even darker in here. Now this isn't going to just lead to subpar video. It's going to mean lost moments and lost memories, especially in extremely low light conditions. Now it's dark in here, but as you can see, Mi 11 performs incredibly well, adding visibility where there would have been none. Ultra night video is a massive leap forward. Mi 11 outperforms many other flagships in any lighting condition. Back to you, Shou.
Thank you, Daniel. That was incredible, wasn't it? Another important aspect of lighting is HDR. For the first time globally, Mi 11 will offer HDR 10+. What this enables is much brighter and clearer colors, shadows, and lighting. The overall effect is quite noticeable versus HDR 10, and extremely pronounced versus previous generations. Just so you know, many competitors in this segment are not HDR 10+ capable. So make sure you are looking out for these details when making a purchase decision. And this time, we've also added Pro Time Lapse. This gives you full control of exposure, focal length, and much more, so you don't waste time while shooting time lapse. Xiaomi Studios, our fan-driven platform for video creators, has some very exciting news as well. Mi 11 will be partnering with an award-winning director who shares our vision of making videography more accessible. Reynaud Grosset, winner of the Cannes Lions Award and our Mi 11 director. He has some words to say.
Bonjour tout le monde. My name is Reynaud Grosset. I'm a French commercial director, a Cannes Lion winner, and a creator at art. I've shot big and small productions all over the world, but for me, creating is why I've been doing this for so long. The beautiful thing about creativity is that there's no limits. Don't believe me? Check out this short film and see for yourself.
Cut! Lunchtime, crew!
Perfect.
Everybody back in 50.
Very nice. Believe it or not, the entire film was shot on the Mi 11. Stay tuned until the end of the launch to hear more about my experience shooting this film.
Thank you, Reynaud. Following our launch, we'll be kicking off our Xiaomi Film Festival, in which Mi creators around the world will submit their work shot on Mi 11. A panel of judges will then pick a winner, so stay tuned for more details. Photos are also an integral part of the smartphone experience. Our camera setup in Mi 11 includes our custom 108 megapixel sensor. This sensor is huge, significantly larger than those found in competitor phones. This means two things: big detail and lots of light. Combining that with our custom OIS module to reduce shake and blur and a 1.6 micron superpixel, this is one of the world's very best smartphone cameras. 108 megapixels gives you the maximum amount of detail, like here, in each drop of water on her forehead, or here, in details like the houses in this small mountain village. I really love this photo. Beyond that, we've included an ultra-wide, which has become a necessity over recent years. Ultra-wide angle is perfect for looking up. Like here, amongst these wonderful trees. It really gives you a breathtaking perspective. Finally, we have telemacro. Now, for those of you who don't know, what the telemacro does is use an extremely long focal length to help determine proper depth and focus, and use it to zoom into shots like a microscope. Our telemacro lens captures beautiful macro photos, like this small blueberry in this glass of tea here. At the same distance, competitor phones will miss out on a huge amount of detail. Now, thanks to telemacro, Mi 11 captures them all. This added range gives you a much deeper ability to capture small stories. Movie magic versus other flagship devices. Mi 11 exceeds and outperforms in every category versus the iPhone 12 Pro. One huge advantage of Mi 11 is faster processing of your 108 megapixel photos. In fact, this is 30% faster than in previous generations. Our night mode improvements are not limited to ultra night video. We have also taken our photo night mode to a whole new level. Competitor and previous generation smartphones are limited to night mode on a single primary camera. Mi 11 will still offer night mode on our primary camera, but we will extend it to ultra-wide and the selfie cameras as well. This means 3 different cameras to shoot night mode, enabling you to capture the nighttime angle you need. With one of the world's best 108 megapixel camera, 8K, and some of our most advanced software experiences ever, Mi 11 has taken videography and photography to a whole new level. Next, let's talk about something really important to me. Mi 11 is star quality on display. For Mi 11, we have a new resolution. This resolution is called WQHD+, which stands for Wide Quad High Definition. WQHD+, simply put, is nearly double the resolution of the typical smartphone display. It is packed with pixels, featuring 515 pixels per inch, making it one of the most detailed displays in the entire world. In practice, this is going to massively increase the individual detail of everything you see, from apps